everybody. We are now at the actual documentation part, and we are going to go plus and create a drawing. And we're going to just do a standards drawing. I'm going to go OK. And we're going to insert an assembly. We're going to go to assemblies. We're going to insert the assembly. And I have my first one. I have my second one, but I do want to say that the direction is wrong on mine. So I'm going to double click on it. Whoops. That didn't work out. Let me go back. I'm going to delete this, but I'm going to go back to the insert, and I'm not inserting the front view, but I'm inserting I think it's the left view. Okay, let's see if that worked out. Yeah, so now I'm inserting the left view and it lines up with the front view. That's the view I want to see. The last view that I have is going to be an isometric view or an auxiliary view. So I'm going to go for, whoops. I'm going to select that and I'm going to move it straight to the top right-hand corner. And that is my isometric view. I am going to shade it. I'm going to right click. I'm going to get out of projected view. Then I'm going to right click and I'm going to go shade. Show shaded view. Great. The next part that we're going to do is we're now going to import the exploded view. So we're going to go back to our insert view. And where it says exploded position, I'm going to take the little pull down arrow and I'm going to do a basic exploded view. Okay. And I have my basic exploded view right here. And the next thing that I'm going to be doing is now I'm going to import my bill of materials, and then we're going to add balloons or callouts to the parts. So let's see where the bill of materials is. This is the table. This is BOM table. That's what we want, bill of materials. We're going to select it, and we're going to put it right over here. Okay, I'm going to try to line it up as much as I could. And I see it needs to go higher. So let me go back. I'm going to bring it in again. BOM table. And just going to put it right like that. There we are. And it has my parts 1, 2, and 3, the wedge, the tall bar, and the arc. And it has a description of what they are. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do, we're now going to go to the callouts. And these are not supposed to be horizontal. So just remember when you bring it in, it's coming in with 3, so that should go to the arc. So somehow it has 3, 2, and 1 switched, so we're going to change that later. That's 1. That's 3. And that's 2. Great. I'm going to go check. And we are going to just change them around. The tall bar is 2. Oh. And it is, I think I have to go to the assembly to do that. The arc is 1, so I'm going to go to the assembly. I'm going to go to the bomb. And I'm going to call this arc. I'm going to call that wedge. I'm going to go in, and now I'm going to go back to my drawing, and it should be updated. Yeah. Nope. I'm going to bring it in again, and maybe now it will be updated. No, I'm not exactly sure why I couldn't get the numbers to correspond, but generally it's good. The last thing we want to do is we want to do some measurements, and we do measurements relative to the assembly. So let's get a couple of them here. We're not doing measurements of the individual parts. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'd like to dimension over here the space between here and here. And I think you don't need any other space. Okay. And you could also dimension that if you needed it. Okay. We are done. And that is, except for we had to write a statement for the tolerances. So we're going to do that over here, not data over here with the note. I'm going to do it right at the bottom because that's where I have room for it. And I'm just going to make this bigger so my note is bigger. And I'm going to write all tolerances going back with the note. All notes have to be in all caps. It is industry standard, and let's write it out. So you press cap lock, all tolerances, and we take the pull down menu. We're going to go plus or minus 0.01. I'm going to write the word inches. Parts adhered with wood glue. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And that looks good. Now we are completely done. You should take a screenshot, submit it to Google Classroom along with the link to this file.